DB here. This is March the 15th, 2011. Beware the Ides of March. No, just joking. I don't have a superstition for that. But just wanted to make a quick little video tonight. Share some information with y'all. It deals with household items that can be used for medical applications. Some of you may know some of these already. Some of them are pretty old, and I found out from stuff that was passed down from my great grandmother and my mother, and anyway, moving right along. Some of the household items that can be used for medical purposes. We have, let's see, we'll start off with apple cider vinegar. Okay, apple cider vinegar, couple practical applications for this. One would be, and it's probably the main one, a sore throat. If you mix about a half a cup of this, or a cup, depending on, whatever you want, you can mix it up maybe 2 to 1, half a cup of water and then a fourth a cup of this. Or you can use it straight if you can take it that way, and add some salt, maybe a teaspoonful of salt. And mix it up, and you gargle with that, and it will actually help soothe a sore throat, a throat infection. It'll help it. And if you can stand it, take a little shot of it, a capful for example, and just drink it down, and it'll fight the throat infection itself. Another thing, it does help if you have an upset stomach too. It's good for that. This household item here, regular old baking soda, this you can use for heartburn or an upset stomach as well. If you want to dilute it down with water and drink it for heartburn, you can do that. Like a tablespoon, mix it in some water, warm water, and drink it down, and that'll help alleviate heartburn. Also, it'll help for an upset stomach as well. Another item, pure ground black pepper. This you can use for earaches and ear infection. But to my knowledge, it's mainly to help alleviate a pain in the ear. What you can do with this, you have to use a fine cloth, probably a handkerchief is best, a head bandana or something of that has a lot of threads. Pack a little bit, maybe the size of the end of your little finger, into a corner, and just wind it, twist it, wind it up, and either tie it off or use a rubber band to keep it in place. And then you just stick it in your ear, depending on how bad the pain is. Leave it there till, a half hour or so, 45 minutes maybe. And that will help alleviate earache. Let's see. Another item, my favorite. Upset stomach, intestinal viruses. This is a blackberry wine. It's not that expensive. I think I paid $12 or $13 for this bottle. But yeah, if you have upset stomach or intestinal tract issue, drink that. That'll help eliminate those symptoms from that. Here's an old one, a mustard pack to break up congested chest congestion. if you have like heavy build-up phlegm in your chest and lungs, take just your regular household mustard, put it in something tight threaded too, a cloth preferably, maybe a pillowcase, a heavy threaded pillowcase, and cut an onion up and mix it in with it, and lay it right on top of the upper part of your chest. And I don't know the length of time, I forget that, but I'd say a half hour or so, and do that a couple times a day for a day, 2 or 3, whatever. And that'll break up the phlegm in your chest, your bronchial tubes, and it'll open you up. You'll be able to cough it up and get relief from a severe chest cold. That was one from my great grandmother. I suppose a lot of people have heard that. Other household items you can use for medical applications would be honey, pure honey. If you have a surface burn, a skin burn, you get burnt somewhere, apply that, and that will relieve the pain. It'll lessen the degree of the burning sensation on your skin. Another thing that's good for that is vitamin E, or if you have aloe vera plant, you can break a stem off of that and rub it on a burn. It'll work as well too. Vitamin C, in my opinion, is really one of the best items you can have. Many times, if I felt like, I was starting to get a runny nose, or I thought I was going to get a cold, I started sneezing or something, you take 2 or 3 500 milligrams of vitamin C tablets, and do that the first day you think you might be coming down with something. Take a couple the next 2 days after, and man, you'll either not get the cold or it'll kick it out quick. And I can tell you that for a fact of myself. I haven't had a cold for 3 years, so, and that's what I do, and I don't get a cold. And, I'm just fortunate as well, but, there's that. Another old-time thing, which I'm not that familiar with, as in identifying it, is sassafras tea. Many of you probably have heard of this, maybe not, I don't know. But there's a sassafras tree that grows in the woods. And I'd have to research it. That's something I do need to do to see what kind of bark this tree has, so I could identify it again in the woods. But a sassafras tree, if you get to the root, dig up a root of a sassafras tree, and you use that and boil it in water, and then filter it off into a cup of tea. Drink that. That is excellent for a couple things. For your circulatory system, it's tremendously helpful for that. For whatever reason, I don't know the properties in it, but it'll keep you from building plaque up in your arteries, in your veins. It'll reduce the plaque. Also, it's great for relieving headache pain. But yeah, that's another old one too. Like I said, I need to do a little more research on that particular item. Let's see. Is that everything I wanted to cover? Okay. All right. Yeah. Hopefully you can, find some of this information useful. If you happen to be out of regular medical supplies, these things do work. Do a trial and error on it. Check it out. See for yourself. And thanks for your time, and have a great evening.